Bruno Mars, Detroit. This is your number before you go. Let's get into it. You guys are going to be at the Ford Field on Saturday, May 9th and Sunday, May 10th. Capacity of this venue is between 65 to 70,000 attendees. Box office is going to open at 12 p.m. Box office is located at gates A as in Apple and G as in girl. Gates are going to open at 5 and show is at 7. This venue is going to offer a pre-concert dinner. I'm going to put in a flyer. It's going to give you what's on the menu for the evening. It's going to be from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Halls of Legends on level 3, section 214. It's going to cost $90 per person. The pricing includes 2 drink tickets for beer, wine, canned soda, or bottled water. Reservations and prepayment via credit card is required. Prepaid reservations are non-refundable. Price is inclusive of tax, and concert tickets sold separately and are required for entry into Ford Field. So you are going to need a ticket in order to participate in this pre-concert dinner. To purchase the dinner package, you want to go to fordfield.com and you will see Bruno Mars on the face page. You want to select your respective date. So I'm just going to select the 9th, for example. If you click on that page and you scroll up, under about the event, you'll see parking and then you'll see pre-event dinner. You click on pre-event dinner and click to register. It will take you to the information, all the information that I just went over. And from here is where you can go in and put in your information and pay for the actual dinner. So this is how you can purchase. This stop is going to have a Hello Kitty pop-up shop. It's going to be from Friday, May 8th through Sunday, May 10th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's going to be at the Harmony Hall, 311 East Grand River. They are going to have up this pop-up shop exclusive merchandise that will not be available at the arena. So if you are interested in this, here is the information. Bags, of course, they want you to bring as least as possible to the venue. The goal is to get you into the venue quickly, and the less they have to inspect, the quicker they can get you in. But if you do want to bring something, you have a few options. Their clear bag policy is a clear PVC, vinyl, or plastic bag that is no bigger than 12 by 6 by 12. Or in place of that, you can do a gallon Ziploc freezer bag. That is your bigger bag option. Now, if you want to bring a color bag, then it has to be no bigger than 4.5 by 6.5. That's with or without a strap. No bigger than 4.5 by 6.5. A good barometer of this is a 4 by 6 photo that you may have laying around the house. You can use that as your guide. A lot of times they do the same thing with an index card. They'll put your bag up beside that card and see if it fits. If it doesn't, then sometimes they'll say it's not allowed. So you can do the same thing, put it up against that photo. If it falls outside of the edges of that 4 by 6 card or photo, I would say try to pick another bag. The only exception to those bag rules are medically necessary items. They give examples of insulin, medication, portable oxygen, breast pumps. Those are all medically necessary items. So if you have to bring those, let security know and they will handle it from there. They mention infant items in a clear bag. Example, bottles, formula are allowed with a child, but they are not going to allow a regular type of bag inside. So just make sure if you have to bring a baby, you have baby supplies, that you put it in a clear bag. This venue does not offer bag check or luggage storage or lockers. So with that being the case, I would definitely advise people to be very strategic with what they bring, because if you bring something that's not allowed, you're going to have to truck it back to your vehicle if you drove, or you're going to have to find a place to put it. Now, they don't want you leaving stuff on their property because they will throw things out. Okay, so that's why it's very important that you be strategic with what you bring. Cameras, small personal cameras are allowed. Okay, basically your point and shoot cameras, a Polaroid, a disposable camera, and of course the cameras on your phone. That is what is allowed. What isn't allowed? Cameras with lenses longer than 5 inches. GoPro or video cameras of any type. No selfie sticks, tripods, or monopods. So keep it simple. I get a lot of questions about cameras, which ones are allowed, which are not. The Canon GX7, I do know that one is okay. I get questions about the Kodak Pix Pro, I think that one is okay as well, but I would definitely measure your lens. Extend your lens out and measure it and make sure that it is no longer than 5 inches. Your DSLR cameras typically are not allowed. Anything with a detachable lens typically is not allowed. Your DJI Osmo, I would leave that home because they've already touched on GoPros. And smart glasses, I would leave those at home as well because those are technically video recorders. And since they have no place to put things here, I would just be very careful about bringing things that may get rejected and turned around. If you have tickets at the box office or if you want to purchase alcohol that evening, please remember to bring your ID because you will need that for either one of those transactions. If you have mace or pepper spray on your keychain, those are considered weapons. Take those off because those are not going to be allowed into the venue as well. Aerosol cans are not going to be allowed into the venue. They give an example of sunscreen or hairspray. So anything in a can that you can spray, I would not bring that into the venue. Portable fans, they are allowed. Portable chargers, they are allowed. They're also going to have charging stations for free in what are called charging lockers located throughout the stadium. So just in case you forget to bring your portable charger, they will have something there as well. Umbrellas have to be small and compact only. The goal is to have them fit underneath your seat. Posters, they do not give a specific size limitation. They are going to be allowed. They mentioned that they have to be handheld, so don't attach them to a stick or a pole. No obscenities, no vulgarities, and can't be blocking anybody's view. As far as size is concerned, I would probably either stick to 8.5 by 11. The max I would go is probably 11 by 17, because generally that is the size limitation that most venues stay around. The venue is cashless, so if you want to buy food, merch, alcohol, remember to bring your cards or think tap to pay. They are going to have the cash to card machines in the venue if needed. They convert cash to a prepaid debit card, which you can use in the venue. Smoking and vaping is strictly prohibited inside the stadium. This includes e-cigs, other vaping devices, marijuana, they mentioned including prescription, and all other tobacco-related products. Violators found smoking or chewing/spitting tobacco inside of the stadium are subject to immediate ejection. They do have a no re-entry policy. So if you go outside of those doors, those gates, and want to come back in, you're going to need a brand new ticket to get in. No outside food is going to be allowed into the venue. They do have wheelchairs available for transporting guests from the guest services location to your stadium seats, but they're not going to be available for use during the event. You can be picked up at the end of the event and brought back to your gate. Just let one of the nearest service representatives know that that is what you need. Parking can be purchased on ParkWiz or Spy Hero in advance. It can also be done the day of, but it will be more expensive. So they are encouraging everyone to try to do it in advance if possible. I'm going to demonstrate Spot Hero, but ParkWiz is pretty much done the exact same. You can do this either on their website or on their respective app. In the search box, you're going to enter Bruno Mars. And if you scroll up, you'll see performers, and then you'll also see upcoming events. Under upcoming events, you'll see the Ford Field shows. You'll select your respective show. It will then take you to this list. All of these are going to give you the distance from the parking lot/garage to the venue. I'll use the first one as an example. That one is 11 minutes away, walking distance. If you click into this reservation, it'll give you more details. It'll give you your parking reservation time. This one is from 4 p.m. to 2:00 a.m. And if you scroll up and go under amenities, it will also tell you if they have ADA parking available as well. I suggest reading all the details to make sure that you don't miss any information. Also, for whichever lot or garage that you select, please make sure that you do check your parking reservation time, because not all of them are guaranteed to be the same. They are strongly discouraging people from parking in unlicensed locations, including areas immediately north of the I-75 service drive. So please keep that in mind. But this is parking for Ford Field. Transportation, you don't want to drive to the venue. You want to use an alternate form of transportation. They do have a couple of options. The Q-Line streetcar, it's going to drop you off at the Montcalm/Grand Circus stop. So that is an option, as well as the Detroit People Mover. So I would suggest, if you want to do something like this, use Google Maps. If you enter in your starting point and enter in, of course, the venue as your ending point, it's going to spit out everything that's available to you based upon where you're coming from. Keep that app open and it will ride with you as you go. Rideshare is also an option. The Uber pickup and drop-off point is going to be located along the southbound W. Fisher Service Drive between Brush and John R. They mentioned the closest Ford Field gates to that Uber drop-off spot is going to be gates B as in boy and C as in cat. So that is your rideshare information. My 2 points for rideshare is, one, if you plan on doing it, booking it in advance, because it's going to be a lot more cheaper typically if you book it in advance versus waiting the day of or the night of to book it. And then second, when it comes time to leave this venue, because of the sheer amount of people that is going to be at this show, it is a high likelihood that there will be a lot of people waiting for Ubers, and there's of course going to be a lot of traffic and congestion. To make it easier for both you and your Uber driver, I recommend going some blocks away from that venue to try to get an Uber or meet your Uber driver. I typically choose a restaurant, a store, a gas station as my pickup point. It just makes it so much easier. Weather for the evening on Saturday, as is forecasted at this very moment, because of course this could change. 69 degrees during the day, intervals of clouds and sunshine, and then 48 overcast with some mention of that four-letter word that we don't say because we don't want it at times. Okay, so that's Saturday. And then Sunday during the day, 59 degrees, cloudiness with occasional of that four-letter word, 41 degrees in the evening, few clouds from time to time. So, Detroit, you guys are in for a time. That is your number for you go. I would say go ahead and work on your parking. If you have not taken care of that, it's going to be so much easier and it's going to make your night that much smoother if you go ahead and pay for it in advance versus trying to get there, find an area to park, and then go through that whole process of paying for it as well. Doing it in advance is just so much easier. And if you do it in advance, make sure you are aware of what you need to do as far as the pass. 90% of the time, you have to show that pass to somebody. Either you got to scan it into a machine, or you got to show it to a human. So just make sure if you have to download it or whether you just have to print it off. So all of these parking garages have different requirements. So just make sure you are aware of that and have that ready to go. Because if you have it ready to go, it tends to keep parking moving. When it comes to your tickets to the show, go ahead and get those downloaded into their respective apps, wallets. That's going to get you into the venue quicker too. This is a weekend show, so at least you will not be dealing with work traffic, but there's still going to be some traffic because of the amount of people coming to the show. So I would plan accordingly. This show does start on time. This show starts on time. DJ Pee Wee will be on that stage at 7 o'clock. I do believe Leon Thomas kind of hits the stage somewhere between 7:30-ish, 7:40-ish. And then the start of the night, Bruno Mars, is on that stage no later than 9 o'clock. So if you want to be in your seats on time, relax with your food and your merch, I would plan accordingly. Consider the time that it's going to take to park. Consider the time that it's going to take for you to walk to get back to the venue. All of that, okay, so you can be on time. Pack your patience. This is, once again, a good amount of people that is going to be at this show. I feel like getting there is half the battle. I feel like getting home is the worst part of it all. I'm sure you've heard, just like I've heard people's accounts when it comes to different shows of being stuck in parking garages for a lengthy amount of time after the show. So pack your patience. Any questions, any comments, please leave them. I do try to get back to you as quickly as I can. If Detroit is not dressed out for the romantic tour, but you are going to one of the upcoming cities and you want to be in the Know Before You Go, I am your girl. I am following this whole tour until its completion, as well as many of the other hot tours of 2026. So if you want to be in the Know Before You Go to enjoy your show, feel free to give me a follow. Detroit, please prepare, leave early, pack your patience, be safe, and enjoy the show, y'all. Bye.